All right, so we're on page 162. Page 162, we're going to work out a couple of the homework problems that we may not have touched on in the other videos. So look at number 13. So 13 says they give you an explicit rule, which again is basically just a function for a sequence, and one of the specific terms is given. Notice what they want you to find. They want you to find the position of the given term. So we are finding n. When we want to find the position, that means we're finding the variable n. Before, they gave us the value of n, and we just input it into the function. So now they are giving us the output. We have to find the input. So let's look at number 13. Again, they give us 25. So they're saying, okay, this is what the function is going to output here, which means we're going to set the rule in this problem equal to 25. Remember, in other words, they're giving us the y value. They're giving us the value that this function is equal to, and we want to figure out, okay, is this the first term of the sequence? Is this the 30th term of the sequence? So we're just going to use a little bit of algebra here. Subtract 6.25 from both sides. Again, get in a habit of using that calculator to double check your math. That's where a lot of our mistakes lie. So we end up getting 18.75 on the left, and we get 1.25 times n on the right. Undo that multiplication by 1.25 with division. So we do the math. 18.75 divided by 1.25 is 15. You should always get a whole number as an answer here, because remember, we're finding the position in this problem. And when we write this in a sentence, we would say 25, which is what they give us at the beginning, is the 15th term of this sequence. Go and pause the video and try to figure out what position term 52 is. I'll show you the answer here in about 5 seconds. A lot of different ways to end up solving this one, but what I noticed, I dropped the parentheses because there was nothing to distribute in this problem, and I noticed the -2 and the +2 are on the same side, and they'll just cancel each other out. So I just divided both sides by 2, and here's my answer. 52 is the 26th term of this sequence. All right, last thing I want to look at is on the next page. So the top of 163, number 19, they want us to graph a sequence. So it says Jessica has $150 in her savings account after her first week. So right off the bat, I know the term that's in the first position is 150. And then it says she starts adding $35 each week to her account for the next 5 weeks. So that tells me there's a term in the second position, third, fourth, and fifth, and actually the sixth, because it's 5 weeks after that initial week. And we're just adding 35 every single time. So 150 plus 35 is what I did to get that next term. And we're just going to continue adding 35 across the top to get the next term in this sequence. So double check my math and double check your math, but that's what I got for the amount in our account. And they've done a lot of the easy work for us, but we know that this variable at the bottom is the independent variable, or our typical x value, or a lot of times in this unit we've been saying the n value, and the amount is our dependent variable, or the f of x value, or f of n value, or you could just say the y value. So to graph this, we are simply going to graph first. This first point is 150. So we're going right 1 because that's after the first week, and we're going up to 150. So that's that first point. We're going to do the same thing for the next point, which is after the second week. She's got $185, so we're going to go over to 2 weeks, and we're going to go up to 185, which would be somewhere halfway in between 150 and 200, basically, a little over halfway, and graph that point. Go and pause the video and see if you can graph the rest of those points, knowing that this should be a pretty straight line here. So that is what my data points look like on number 19.